From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
I feel as though a new grift is on the horizon. Now, y'all might have heard and seen a lot of Democrats jumping ship. They're leaving the Democrat Party and they're becoming independents or even Republicans. And so for me personally, I'm like, why? Is the grift from the Democrat Party over? And I think some of that is true. But what I really think it is that they see that a lot of Black Americans are like, you know what, I don't know if I can fool with the Democrat Party anymore. The Democrat Party has not been kind to Black people. Now, of course, we know the Republicans haven't been kind either, but they don't pretend to be, right? They don't go seeking out Black people to vote for them. It'd be nice for them if we did, but that's just not something we do overall, right? Even though Trump got a little bit more of the Black vote than any Republican president, it still wasn't a lot. Most of those votes went to Kamala. So, she's a Democrat or whatever the case is. But as the more I got to thinking, I'm like, okay, so they're leaving the Democrat Party after gaslighting, lying, same thing, right? And just plain old not doing what they said they were going to do for Black Americans. Now, of course, Karine Jean-Pierre, she wasn't a politician, but she was the press secretary for Joe Biden, right? And she got up there spewing a whole bunch of lies and tap dancing for him and all that. Well, she came out with a book, and she's going to do an expose on the White House. And she says, well, you know what? I'm going to be an independent because, I don't, I want to move away from this, that, and the other and come to the middle. And common sense is like, if you don't knock it off, okay? We know that the gig is up, and for whatever reason, maybe you've fallen out of favor with the Democrat Party or you just don't like them anymore, but it could just be you're trying to sell a book. So now you want to come to the middle where, independents are, so it's more safe, right? I don't know. And then you have somebody like Mayor Eric Adams. Now, he was a Democrat, although some would argue that maybe he was a Republican because some of the things that he did seemed to be a little bit Republican-ish. But then, when mass immigration took place, people were like, nah, he's definitely a Democrat, right? Well, he's now an independent. Now, of course, you guys know that he's fighting an uphill battle to remain the mayor of New York City. He may not be that. It doesn't look like he will be. But he says, I don't want to be a conservative or a liberal. There's only a right and a wrong way to do things, right? So now he's trying to go in the middle. But this is kind of driving it all home. Black Americans are starting to have that conversation out loud that we shouldn't be aligned with any party. We shouldn't be aligned with the Democrats because they have taken us for granted. And we shouldn't be aligned with the Republicans because they don't take us anywhere, right? So we've all heard about let's form our own party. Let's be independent. Let's not be aligned with any party, right? Because no party should assume our votes like the Democrats have, right? They just assume that we will vote for them and they don't have to do anything, right? And give them a fish fry. How about some twerking, some campaigns that talks about no voting, no vucking? Yeah, we'll do that. They're okay with that, but we don't actually have to deliver them anything. We don't have to deliver reparations, even though they're kind of trying to talk about it now, but it's still talk, right? We don't have to deliver them a hate crime bill, even though we do that for everybody else. So we just assume the vote. But again, we're starting to have those conversations like, nah, we want people to earn our vote. But if you're thinking like me, well, if the grifters and the liars and the gaslighters that were in the Democrat Party, they move to being independent or another party, are they going to change their ways? Probably not. They're probably going to start grifting from that party, you know? And I think that we're going to start to see that more. We're going to start to see a lot of Democrats. And it's not just the black ones, it's white ones, Hispanics too. They've moved from the Democrats to the Republicans, independent. But I think more so we're going to see that with the black Democrats. They're going to start dusting their hands off. I'm done with the Democrats. I'm now an independent. Or whatever party we get our, sense together, black people decide to form, they're going to say, as a black party? Oh, well, I want to represent the black party. And we're going to say absolutely not, because you're part of the reason that we left the Democrats, because we were tired of your foolishness, right? So I don't know. Am I off? Do y'all think that we'll start to see more of a migration from the Democrat Party to another party? I think so. I think that's going to be the new trend of grifting. But by now, we're really starting to wake up, and we're smarter than that. I don't think we'll fall for that. Them leaving and coming over to where we are. It's like, no, we don't want to sit with y'all. We didn't want to sit with you when you were in the Democrat Party, and we don't want you to come sit with us in whatever party we decide to align with. Because, of course, they're seeing the writing on the wall. We just ain't doing it no more. A lot of us are anyway. So anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more insightful commentary, please subscribe to this channel and my channel, the Demetra